Alright, I'm about to hammer a quick video because I was about to do some laundry, but I decided to get this video over with because the NBA Finals is an hour, and this is NBA Finals related. And I was going to do a No Way Out review, but, and Monday Night Raw review. I may do both combined, but, let's go at that. So that's what I'm going to do. But let me talk about the NBA Finals first because it's tonight. It is the Miami Heat versus the OKC in Game 4. So far now we have 3 games done, and Miami Heat won 2 of those 3 games, and so far they're leading the series. Oklahoma City only won 1 of those 3 games, which is kind of obvious because they're only facing each other, which are the last 2 teams in the finals. I have to say, it is very oblivious now to see 2 flashy teams in the finals, like, especially the Celtics, who made it pretty close to go to the finals. They knocked a couple years back. They knocked off a number 1 seeded Cavs and were able to go to the finals. And so far, they almost knocked off the Heat, but they got tired from Game 6, and Miami Heat just took an advantage. And I have to say, that was just oblivious. Celtics should have just took that series. Game 6, it should have been Celtics and OKC. That way we could have, like, an underdog team against a top dog team like OKC go at it. But the thing is, with the NBA Finals, I have to say, it's like NBA Finals, the NBA, because they have 6, 7 other chances to what? To win games and advance to the next round. Of course, you're going to see top dogs in the NBA Finals. That's the thing. It's always the top dogs. I mean, 2010, we see a 4th seeded Celtics against a number 2, number 1 seeded Lakers. Lakers did beat the Celtics, but Celtics were the 4th seed. They were an underdog team. Knicks against the Spurs. We see the Knicks and the Spurs. There were like 2 underdog teams going at it. I think the thing of the matter is now, like, it's unlike NFL, because NFL, what I notice is that because, like, an underdog team can, like, really come out on top, it's kind of surprising. It's kind of surprising, but there's only 1 chance to win, so of course you're going to see an underdog team go at it against a top dog, which is amazing, but we hardly see 2 top dog teams in the NFL going at it, so that's just really from my perspective. And Giants, who are a 4th seeded team, we're kind of the underdogs, but my brother said the Patriots were the underdogs, even though they were top dogs in the NFL. But the Giants were projected as the underdogs. So from that, Oklahoma City Thunder have some talent, but for the Miami Heat, they have a lot of underdog players like Mario Chalmers and Joel Anthony, who are the starters. Udonis Haslem, who's been on the team since 2004, or I don't know how long he's been on the team, but I know he's been on the team for a while. So, because I started watching Miami Heat when I moved down to Miami, and I saw like when Shaq was on the team. But now to see with LeBron James, they actually looking even stronger when they had Shaq. Except with Shaq, they won a championship. They at least won a championship, and those are their only 2 appearances. Now Miami Heat's making their 3rd. I want to see Dallas get their 3rd appearance, and then the next time they go at it, it's going to be Heat in Dallas. I really wanted to see Heat in Dallas, because Dallas almost beat the Thunder in, like, nearly 3 games, but Thunder had to fight hard for, like, almost, like, 3 wins, and they did sweep Dallas. Oh my gosh, I don't believe that. I mean, to see now Miami Heat really taking this game by storm, Miami Heat, like, taking the series by storm, winning 2 in a row. It's kind of surprising. So, 2 top dogs, OKC and Miami. So we kind of expected to see. It's always expected to see top dogs. That's why, like, NBA Finals isn't as interesting, because there's like 7 other games. It's like after 1 win, it's like either 6-5 or 4 games ahead. It's more games ahead of Game 1. But if you really examine, like, the talent around OKC, Nick Collison, who's a good player off the bench. They have Serge Ibaka, also a good player off the bench. I didn't even know he was a center. I thought he was a forward. Well, he also is a power forward, but I thought he was like a middle forward, small forward. Let's see. Kevin Harden, who's also impressive. Sabalosha, they have some talent. So, and you look at Miami Heat, they also have a big three too, involving Bosh, Wade, and James. And if you really examine that, and see Udonis Haslam's also good off the bench, and they have top dog shooters like Shane Battier and Mac Miller. That's their leverage, and like they did against the Pacers, they won the game with only 4 or 5 players scoring. Like, oh my gosh, only 4 or 5 players scored, and they breezed past the Pacers. How ridiculous was that? They had to have a weakness. They should have double teamed. They probably did, but they probably went to Mike Miller. Like, oh my gosh, Mike Miller, Shea Battier are like their top dog shooters. Look at another way. We have also Harden, Westbrook, and Durant are like their big three, their 3 best players, and they're like top dog shooters. Even though Sabalosha is like a starter, he's also a good player. He's kind of an underdog. And you look at Miami Heat shooting; they're a shooting team. Like, mostly they shoot. LeBron James shoots threes at times, but he banked the D3 against the Celtics. And like I said, that game was oblivious because once LeBron James shot that deep 3, it was like practically over. And it's like the Celtics could have proved them wrong, but there was no chance. Like, ever since Miami Heat just donkey stomped the Celtics in Game 6, I knew it was over. And this is how oblivious it was. Like, definitely it was oblivious, I have to say. But, however, if you really look at the Kendrick Perkins and Derek Fisher, they have experienced players. Like, Kendrick Perkins was also in the finals, Derek Fisher was in the finals, except they were against each other. I really think it would be interesting to see Celtics and Thunder, because Derek Fisher could face his longtime rivals Celtics, who they did win at in 2008, 2010. Kendrick Perkins could have faced his former team, the Boston Celtics, which would have been interesting, but it could have been a squash series because the Thunder are younger and experienced players like Kendrick Perkins and Derek Fisher. So, the Thunder need to win this game, or else if the Heat win this game is practically going to be over unless the Thunder can win their next 2 games to take it to 7. That's where I'm thinking they're going to go from there. Because for the most part, it's like, alright, if you really think of this, it's like, you could really see how Thunder are surrounded by experienced players. And he also has some veterans, but yeah, Mike Miller is a veteran. Shane Battier is also a veteran. I known him since when he was a rookie or a young player. And now he's like kind of old, but he's been around for almost a decade now. And you look at Dwayne Wade, who's been in an NBA final like twice now. And you see LeBron and Bosh are the young guns. Alright, you can really notice that mostly the Thunder have some talent, experienced players. Derek Fisher, strong thinker. Kendrick Perkins, good player in the post. Go-to guy. And you see Heat have just shooters, and Udonis Haslam's good at the post. LeBron James is also good at the post. And thinking of this, mostly they have shooters, and they can take over a game by storm with shooters. And with Chris Bosh also a shooter, and back in the game, they have a leverage. So I won't be surprised to see Miami Heat get a win, especially it's going to be their next game at Miami. So Miami Heat crowd is crazy. So that's also their leverage. And, I'm talking about other things, but I'm just giving my potential Game 3 thoughts also. So, yeah. So what I've been seeing so far is a lot of mistakes from the Thunder. So if the Thunder keep making mistakes this next game, then the Heat can really take advantage. And they take advantage of mistakes really well. This is a team that takes advantage of mistakes, no doubt. No deny of that. And they can really take a game by storm. And the Thunder has to be really cautious of that because, I really think that now, and I think mostly, it's the Miami Heat really can really take over by storm. So that's what I'm really been aiming for. So Yeah, I have a call, man. So I'm just gonna leave the video at that. I don't want to leave it too long, so I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.